What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Diana back at you with another YouTube video. Today I want to be talking about the little dinosaur that is currently causing a frenzy in the Pokemon community. I'm going to be talking about the newest Pokemon that was introduced to us for the upcoming Scarlet and Violet game. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about it and hearing my theories on what I think's going on, then keep on watching. And if you're new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And of course, give this video a thumbs up so we can push it out into the YouTube algorithm so that more of you can see it and we can all talk about what our theories are in the comments. But let's get into the newest Pokemon. So they did drop this trailer on Sunday, and in addition to showing us the newest Pokemon, we also got a look at what the actual battles are going to look like in the games and all of the new additions they've added. We're kind of going to gloss over that just for this specific video because everybody wants to talk about Cyclizar, which is our new dragon normal type Pokemon, which right off the bat, obviously he looks super similar to the designs of our two box art legendaries Miraidon and Koraidon, which of course have their past and present themes going on. So this is what a lot of the speculation has been around, is whether this is like a pre-evolution to the legendaries or if this is some kind of present day version of the two legendaries. But let's take a deeper dive into what the actual website for the Scarlet and Violet game says about our boy Cyclizar. I'm here on the actual Scarlet and Violet website so I could pull up a little bit more information about our boy Cyclizar. So from its description here on the website, it's going to be a super common Pokemon. It says this Pokemon has lived in many households in the Paldea region since ancient times. It has a mild disposition and people riding Cyclizar are a very common sight. It appears Cyclizar don't mind being ridden because the warmth of a rider helps starve off the cold. Cyclizar can sprint at over 70 miles an hour while carrying a human. Its extremely hard head and thick lithe, I think that's how that's pronounced, tail are not only useful for maintaining balance and absorbing shocks while sprinting, they also provide effective ways to attack during battles, which was seen during the trailer that this Pokemon in particular has a move called Shed Tail where it uses its tail to create a substitute so that the substitute can take the damage of the attack instead of the actual Pokemon. So overall, he seems like a super cool Pokemon and I like his typing. He's a dragon normal type, but knowing this information that we have so far, I feel like this answers a couple of questions that people had when the legendaries were first introduced to us and they were seen being ridden by so many people and being used as a way to move around the region. So obviously the description of the Pokemon literally says that people riding it are a very common sight. So it looks like this is actually what we're gonna get early on in the game in order to move through the region. Now, obviously with the super similar design and the fact that you can literally ride it, this makes me lean more towards a theory that people have that this is gonna be some kind of pre-evolution to Miraidon and Koraidon, which I'm assuming if they do decide to go down that route of Cyclizar later evolving into one of the box art legendaries, depending on the game that you get, that they would make it part of the main storyline for the entire game or some kind of quest, or maybe even like a held item that you're gonna have to find in order for them to evolve into their final form. Besides this main theory that most people seem to be leaning towards, that this is some kind of pre-evolution, there are a couple of other theories that I think are worth mentioning. Some people think that this is like the present day version of Miraidon and Koraidon. I don't really buy that theory just because this guy looks so plain and he looks like a much younger Pokemon, so to me it makes more sense that he would be a pre-evolution that later turns into one of the legendaries rather than being like the present day version of it. And some people actually think that Cyclizar is going to evolve into its own thing and actually become the third legendary to finish off the legendary trio that we usually get in the games. Personally, I think that the theory that this is a pre-evolution makes the most sense, and this would explain why so many people are able to ride the legendaries in the co-op version of the game, since obviously we were seeing multiples of the legendaries when you played in groups. I'm excited to see where this all actually goes. I feel like this was a very strategically planned trailer just because they knew it'd get people talking, especially with how similar their design is. I mean, come on, he literally has a giant tire on his chest and his tail looks like a tire too. He literally looks like a less elaborate version of the two legendaries, which love that for them. I feel like this was a really big brain move on their part. But honestly, the more information that we get on this game, the more it makes me want to play it. I can't wait for November 18th. Between the mystery surrounding the two box art legendaries, especially with Cyclizar thrown into the mix, and the terrestrial phenomenon that we were introduced to last trailer, I think this is going to be a great game. I'm super excited to play it, but let me know what you guys think and let me know what your theories are on Cyclizar. Is he a pre-evolution? Is he a present day version of Miraidon and Koraidon? Or is he going to turn into a third legendary? Or is he just going to be some random Pokemon that you can get in the games? But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed speculating with me a little bit about our newest Pokemon edition, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye!